So on your assignment, at the top, I wrote 3 pictures that are going to help you with the assignment. So if you want to kind of take a glance at those for a minute. This is a normal logarithm. A normal logarithm is on the right side of an asymptote. It starts close to the asymptote and curves up and to the right. If we put a negative in front of the log, it will take that log and flip it vertically. So instead of this left end pointing down, the left end will point up, and it will curve down and to the right. So do you see how these two are vertical flips of each other? If we put a negative inside the log, it's going to take the logarithm and flip it over the asymptote. So this time it's on the left side of the asymptote. The right side is close to the asymptote, and it goes up and to the left, on the left side of the asymptote. So there's 3 graphs on here that are completely normal. A, B, and D look like normal logs. So from these equations, you should be able to match which one goes with A, which one goes with B, which one goes with D. So let's look at B, or C. Does C look like a normal log, a negative in front, or a negative inside? Negative in front. Here's the asymptote, and from the asymptote, it's down and to the right. That looks like negative in front. So on graph C, you may want to write negative in front. Let's go straight down to graph F. Which picture does F look like? The negative inside. The asymptote is here on the right, and the graph is on the left side of the asymptote. Up and to the left, that is a negative inside. So that means inside the parentheses, in front of the X, there's going to be a negative. Now look at E. Anyone have any guesses about E? The asymptote is here, so it kind of looks like this one because it's on the left side of the asymptote, but instead of going up and to the left, it's going down and to the left. Do you see how, yeah, it's got 2 negatives. Do you see how it's a combination of both of these? So the logarithm started out looking like this, and they flipped it so it was upside down, kind of like C, and then flipped that over the asymptote to make it like this. That means this one has a double negative, so it needs to have a negative in front and a negative inside. And I'll bet that narrows it down a lot for which equation matches E. On the instructions for this assignment, it says graph the following functions by graphing up to the X and then shifting the graph accordingly. You can ignore that. You can do exactly what we did in our notes, plug the whole equation into y equals, get some points. Feel free to include more points than the 4 that there are space for. You can definitely have 5 or 6 points. Make sure you write down your asymptote, your domain, and your range. On the back side, I will allow you to skip number 12 if you would like to. If you want to try number 12, you're more than welcome to. For number 11, see how it says ln? Instead of using log base, you're going to use the ln button. It's the only difference. Number 10, there is a negative in front, which if you notice from what we talked about on the front, that's going to make your graph look a little bit different, but you should still be able to do this just fine considering that you're entering the whole thing in your calculator.